Hi, Mystery Writers. Welcome to the Mystery Writing Studio. And today I want to talk about your suspects in your mystery because without suspects, there's no mystery. They Suspects keep your readers guessing. Uh, when you serve up that mystery course, your suspects are the main course. The victim triggers the mystery, and the sleuth leads your reader through the puzzle to discover the killer. But your suspects, through action and dialogue, create the mystery. This the thing that your detective needs to solve. On the other hand, suspects lie, cheat, steal, and by their actions, they thwart your detective. Think of your sleuth as the reader. Mystery readers love a puzzle. Secretly or openly, your suspects and your readers want to solve the puzzle before your sleuth does, and your reader experiences your sleuth's triumphs and their failures as their very own. And your challenge as a mystery writer is to create suspects that challenge your sleuth. The detective must track down and examine and determine each suspect's relationship to the victim. This is really the whole first part of your story, what I call Act 2 in a four-act mystery, because you're leading your reader toward the ultimate solution. So what you're doing is setting up those suspects for the big payoff at the end, because remember, one of those suspects is actually the villain. And the big payoff in your mystery is that final reveal of who the villain is. To keep your reader guessing until this final climatic scene, each suspect needs the motivation to sustain the sleuth guessing their involvement. The villain is one of the suspects during most of the mystery, and for most of this, they have equal weight with the other suspects. All right. Early in the story, acts 1 through 3 in the 4-act structure, the villain is one of several suspects. So give your villain a story, set up your villain with a clue that will make sense at the end but seems insignificant or irrelevant when first introduced. And that's how setup and payoff works. So as you create your character background for each suspect, think of hints you can plant early in your mystery that develop later in the story, and what action or dialogue you can use to create a setup for that particular character. And don't forget, give each suspect a secret, and then also the lie they tell to hide that secret. And give your sleuth and the reader more to tackle by giving the suspect a backup lie if the sleuth pierces through that first lie. All right, so you have a secret, a lie, and a backup lie. All right. And when you do this in your character development, it's really going to help you write your story and keep things going and keep the mystery suspenseful. All right. Your sleuth must untangle the misrepresentations and lies of all the suspects, including the villain. So give your sleuth and your reader opportunities to overlook details or focus on misleading statements, because what you're doing is hiding that big truth until the very end. So scatter those setup clues lightly throughout your story, and each time your sleuth encounters a suspect or thinks about the suspect, uh, drop one small setup. Make your sleuth and your reader work to put all the pieces into a framework. Use suspects' replies to provide a variety of details, all those interactions that your detective has with each suspect means that your sleuth and the reader must sort through all of the details that come out in those interactions. You want to create questions in your sleuth's mind, and you want to create questions in your reader's mind. As your reader wonders, you build that suspense. And of course, the suspense is what keeps them reading your story. That your reader wonders, is this the one? You know, when your detective is interacting with one of the suspects, you want your reader to wonder, is this really the villain? Remember, readers want to be smarter than your sleuth, and you want to be smarter than your readers when it comes to keeping that villain hidden until the end. So as you head toward the end, uncover each suspect's motivation until what remains is uncovering that villain. And as you develop your characters and your suspects, you give your readers what they want, a difficult puzzle to solve. All right, I hope that helps, and have fun with your suspects. They are really the meat and potatoes, the main course of your mystery. Thank you so much for being here, and of course, as always, if you have any questions, write them in the comments. I'm happy to answer questions. All right, I'll see you next week. Thank you for joining the Mystery Writers Studio.